Welcome back to your video tutorials, Excel spreadsheet 2013. Today is day number 9, day 9-1. Today we're going to have the introduction to the beautiful fill handle. Okay, we're going to open a spreadsheet from scratch. We are gonna be using the save as command to save this spreadsheet as fill handle introduction. Okay, functions or formulas to use is the fill handle. And the definition of the fill handle. The fill handle is a small black dot or square in the bottom right corner of the active cell. The fill handle has a number of uses, including a cell's content, okay, to adjacent cells, or to create a series or copy a single formula or multiple formulas. Okay, so just by saying that, okay, let's go ahead and close this. Little note, let's just open our program. From here, we're going to start with a new blank workbook. And we're going to be using the file, save as. I'm going to save this under my computer on my Excel files. Okay, now, file handle, introduction, and save. Okay, now what's the file handle is going to do? The file handle basically is going to allow us to save a lot, a lot of time. Okay, the fill handle will allow us to, to fill cells with different data. Just for example, okay, let's say that we have that we are gonna be working with a spreadsheet and we are gonna be using the months of the year. Okay, when you guys select a cell, you guys are gonna see this little dot, this little block, okay, on the right corner. When you guys bring the pointer into that, you guys are gonna see this little tick plus sign, and that is the fill handle. Okay, now what the fill handle is gonna do? Let's say that right here I have January and I'm gonna be working and I wanna have see the whole year. So when I bring my pointer and it switches into this little plus sign, I'm gonna left click my left button on the mouse and then I'm gonna start dragging it to the right hand side. A little screen tip is gonna pop up, tell me okay this is May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And then I'm gonna release my left button on the mouse and there's a fill handle. Okay, it's not displaying all the contents. I'm just gonna need to resize some of these columns. So there you go. As you guys can see, the fill handle will save time. Okay, it works horizontally. It also works vertically. Okay, there you go. So the fill handle is really gonna allow us to save time. Okay, now let me go ahead and select this data here. I'm gonna delete that data. Okay, so that's one example of the fill handle. Okay, another example if we just abbreviate January, okay, and we left click hold it and drag it over. See, it's also gonna fill the cells with the abbreviated months. Okay, now let's say that we have Monday, and we wanna use the fill handle to fill our series. Okay, it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, etc., etc., etc. Okay, there's gonna be time. See, for example, if I say okay, we have stage 1. Okay, so that's my label. And when you use a fill handle, my fill handle is gonna give me stage 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Okay, now if I only have let's say that I only have international, just a label. Now when I use a fill handle, what's gonna happen? Fill handle is just gonna copy the contents of the cell. Okay, if I type in my name, okay, in this case if there's only one, I mean Excel is not gonna look at this as a series, it's just a name. So when we use a fill handle, it's just gonna copy the name. Okay, now If we have a series of numbers, okay, let's say that we have number 1, 2, and in this case here, I'm gonna be selecting the two cells, okay, because I want to use a fill handle and just fill these areas with the consecutive numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, etc., etc. Okay, now maybe there's gonna be occasions that we need to go by twos. Okay, so I'm just gonna type in 2 and then I'm gonna jump to 4. When we use the fill handle, see, it's gonna go in the same sequence by twos. Okay, let's say that we wanna have a series of numbers by 5. When we use the fill handle, it's also gonna continue, see, the same pattern. 5, 10, 15, 20, etc., etc. Okay, now as you guys can see, fill handle is very useful. Okay, it's very useful. Okay, now right here I'm just gonna go ahead and type in some numbers. Okay, let's go ahead and get some data here. Uh, okay, now that we have our data, okay, let's say that right here we wanna, we just wanna get our totals. Okay, let me go ahead and type that up here. Okay, total, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert. Okay, a new column. Right here I'm gonna type in another label. Okay, total. Okay, now this is another way that we could use a fill handle. Okay, and that I really love to use it. We could copy formulas. Okay, let's say that right here is asking for the totals, right? I'm gonna use the auto sum. There's my total. Now that I have a total, look, I'm gonna select the cell that it has a formula. Okay, and basically I'm gonna use the same cell, the same formula into the other columns. So by using the fill handle, I'm gonna copy the formula, and there's my totals. Now just to verify, here we have the correct formulas. Okay, so that's another way to use the fill handle. Right here I'm gonna go ahead and use one autosum. Now I'm gonna use the autofill, the fill handle. And the fill handle is gonna copy the formulas. Okay, so it is very useful. Okay, the fill handle. Okay, from here I'm just gonna go ahead and click on save, and there we are. Okay, so the fill handle, it doesn't only is used for to fill data, okay, as a series, okay, labels, numbers on different series, but we could also copy formulas. Okay, okay, now let me just go ahead and copy this data. Okay, I'm gonna highlight my range B15 through E18. I'm gonna use the copy command. I'm gonna paste my data here. Okay, now let's see that right here we have multiple numbers. Okay, if we use a fill handle, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 rows. Okay, when I let go, okay, see, now it's going by minus. Okay, so that's another way to use the fill handle. Okay, let me go ahead and delete this data here. Now, if we have a date, let's say that we have, okay, April 30, 2013. If we want to fill this data, see, from April 30, it went to May 1st, May 2nd, 3rd, 4th, etc., etc. Okay, so let's say that we have April 2013. Okay, now when I use the fill handle, see, it goes from May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay, so this is the introduction to the field handle. It's a very useful tool, not only to fill data in series, but it will also allow us to copy formulas and not only additions. Okay, because from now on we're gonna be using the field handle because the field handle is gonna save a lot of time and it will also allow us to there's gonna be less chances of committing an error. Okay. Well, thank you. Let's go ahead and close out. And day 9, introduction to the file hand. Thank you. Until next video tutorial, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.